Alright, Abusia, Yabimo Bibia Kwaba, Shronkoso, Aba POG Media, so my show, say a fay no Abasua, or like no subscribe and after sweat my share, you may know, I'm a for from son to me, Aka. And some Elcoso, my gun and more, Yenso Yadepeni say, Brano, and a political trending story, sir, make headlines and I say, make you waves or my conco Ganamono. POG Media, a babadum, a bigger for and a Abusia for, and then some and Elcoso or political so. Aye National Service Secretariat Mamia your friend Gifty Oware Aya aye John Dramani Mahama ni State of Nations address or call a command aye Parliament House na aya papa ne editu just say that ghost names scandals no omom ye involved ni nyina ombeba aba be yi omun nsama no na se wa hunu onsam anu yi a eyade o metimi prosecute no wa jail esan se untimi emfa kwanbane so indi oman ni sikasa na emum omom adwane no so eyade a obema eye special prosecutor e declare omo wanted na we na Gifty Oware say that same way no dramika eborem e wo my ganam esan se no mpe enemu ase se ye be declare no wanted na ende breaking news a ye nyane se eyade a BNI and as NI before etimi abawuram akwakoche mame a yefe no Gifty Oware e detaining abusuame no kasai Gifty Oware e wo police custody a omototo nano asem abusua akwakoye asem a anu ayeden papa na omoche no ono so anka nano atum eyade a wonu so etimi eliki top NPP gurus names are or chese omonso involved in the ghost names scan omudibia akwakoye nsema ano ayede papa intimi waste time pra me say abedwafo ba mi akone akwakotie de course na nsa na ebekono mesho se wonsem kai bia o de be share your comment section wala ke share dwumadi no ma afofo nso nsa entumi enka bi meramase
enfie du ba ko maka kwantu na me aduma next month April 20th na meeting abakana what the be share cage atene aba papa bia pa ama free cage bia fam senti kura me kan salasi dwama mo ka opeye the State of Nation address papa can say be the person time we tie ensemu ya wada no de tu kwape na bi hia ayade ba kwa ka on mapo yeko. Father, we are calling on your name that it is time for you, oh Lord, to recover our economy. Producer,
What's the National Economic Dialogue on March 3rd and 4th? On March 11th, the Minister of Finance, on my behalf, will present the budget estimates for the financial year 2025 to this August House. These two events will allow us to present the real state of Ghana's economic crisis to the people. Mr. Speaker, it is not my style to lament and shift blame when confronted with challenges. Mr. Speaker, it is not my style to lament and shift blame when confronted with challenges. My approach is to accept challenges and work hard to resolve them.
Sir, Ghana challenges now, but no more. And you're not said challenges now. Akuffo do debate about 2 years from now. One money dimpo. Na nando ankobe boy challenge you on Mahama. Papa money dim. I said challenges now you boom no. And you're not person will be here free. Kajina na nando di ya tumno. And 7 6 to many Mahama so be here free. Kada di Japan say di atu kajim. And so that's your mama said, and then I said, dear one master over to complain. Maybe a little pass over solve problems.
Indeed, this is precisely what the people of Ghana elected me to do.
I see a non tin that can afford to a back. And the man said, Omra no may a day, Ometra Kuyaso. What I say, can afford to a man said, Ometra Kuyaso solve problems. Oman to a man said, Ometra Kuyaso complain. Nana, but Tia Kuyaso, no complain. We are excellency your mama, yes,
every centers in every agricultural district ensuring that farmers receive essential mechanization services and resources to improve their productivity and efficiency.
Ose akuye ni biara benya ne hone ne tie. Yeah, and I want to say okatachi afrifa. Peka na yie tienti. Wahini na waye tutu ni. Wahini na waba sabo bo radio. Wahini na okatachi afrifa nyama meka okatachi producer. Yes, sir, she put on the free on Ubia Mekasi because na Mekasitia. Okatachi kwami afrifa. Wabo tutu wo radio maba sabo wabo besi brasa. I will review. Nano metesu wakasa mije piasa. Wahine pan wakasa si. Beyete se koko no. Watia obito no wahne na abane di akwamana ni akoto diskaba. Samije fie juma na sampe pepe. Good. Na small scale mining aya basa na say. Na kene ni betimi atonye sika. Na broni na ebu fire shungo de kon. And none of Sabija Fiba had what ye did. And to a catachip on your FIFA, you classinity or Casatroca. So will be about Dokan and what Pekan a year, dear. Come on to me. Kennedy, American Quentin. Sa post na the Abasamijan Fino, a Baba Buakana, especially Minion one. Muya kudi huwekuma odata ubenya sika ubedi ye wakana because of Samije Fiti dear maninti. It is was katachi afrifa abe tumfu trogwania ya kuhie okatachi afrifa won video wan kenka bruku wan kenka kratabia osoria all pay YouTube finance in 10 seconds oba no betra so tumfu tro ade egun no okọ jandam opeso yenti oba no bekasa asem wo ni say no kura pe pato an kan ko betwa kontompo ade safua ato atwe ntimi ne amgarafo sa woti wakatachi a e bogos nanu mitie na samija fipo sa ide amano na say ni pa jimisa sa wakatachi fufa wa jimisa sa wa ye na nkwie sa wa ye preko sa Sawa ya preko wada fam na wani no hunam kakiri fam sa. Hey, ye mu obi akwa mo anya janda mo kanu. Ye mu obi akwa, ye ma wo kwan. Ubua, afie wo be kasem say ye be respondo. No katache ridia ka fremo pare. Alanche ai okada motorbike. Na okatache kwa me free fund ya kwa sense si mama. Someone because we ready one minute can web before graphic and the buyer and one newspaper said 2021 from more panel the lunch. Now okatachi yes sex. Sikakako di bekuno bontomti. No better one two foot on the yard will be a good kind of funny because when we say kind of fun a becate one bet here. Okatachi is more can ya producer. Twame papa salasi do mama president papa bi na tikokra fasting obi anim wo na tikwa obama mu ya wo na tikokra ma yesikani police atwaso mam ne ko
The Speaker, also in the fishery sector, will implement strategic interventions to enhance productivity and sustainability. Key among these initiatives is the continued enforcement of measures to curb illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing, which threaten our marine biodiversity and the livelihoods of our hard-working fisher folk. We have intensified surveillance and monitoring operations, bolstered by the deployment of modern technology and strengthened collaboration with our key stakeholders. In the last month, we have expanded the supply of subsidized premixed fuel to support artisanal and industrial fishers, ensuring affordability and availability. We'll also invest further in modern fish landing sites and cold storage facilities to improve post-harvest handling and thereby reduce losses and enhance the quality of our fish products. Aquaculture development is a key focus of our administration. We'll provide financial and technical support, especially to young fish farmers, increasing fish production and reducing our dependence on fish imports. To increase the value addition in this sector, we'll encourage the establishment of fish processing facilities, create more jobs, and boost exports. Our commitment to supporting women in the fishery sector remains steadfast as we implement the programs to empower female fish processors and traders with financial capital and capacity building initiatives. While we work hard to fix the economy and provide jobs in all sectors, including agribusiness, one of the biggest crises we face in this country is youth unemployment. Youth unemployment has led to despair and frustration. The latest estimates show that up to 2 million of our young people are unemployed. This poses a major security risk for our country and requires urgent attention. To bring much needed focus to the desperate and widely scattered youth employment programs and to ensure stricter accountability in their implementation, I have set up the Ministry for Youth Development and Empowerment in furtherance to the promise I made in the campaign. This ministry, that is the Ministry for Youth Development and Empowerment, is mandated to formulate, coordinate, and monitor policies and programs to promote youth development and empowerment in this country. Mr. Speaker, as part of our Operation Recover All the Loot policy, Mr. Speaker, as part of our Operation Recover All the Loot policy, Oware, I've already tasked our investigative bodies to bring the culprits of the National Service Ghost name scandal to justice. Such brazen theft of public funds must not go unpunished. It is estimated that the criminal addition of some more than 80,000 ghost names could have yielded the suspects over 50 million Ghana cedis every month. Unfortunately, some of these suspects are believed to have absconded from the country already. I have directed that they be declared wanted and their assets traced and frozen until investigations are completed. To achieve a legally robust regime to govern national service, I've also tasked the Minister for Youth Development and Empowerment to coordinate and present to Parliament a legislative instrument to support the implementation of the newly passed National Service Authority Act 2024, and that's Act 1119. We will introduce short military training as part of our national service scheme. This will instill a sense of fitness and discipline into our youth. The administration of scholarships is another challenge. It has been fraught with a lot of challenges. The poor who genuinely need scholarships are unable to access them because the rich and wealthy always crowd them out. To fulfill our government's vision of promoting transparency, equity, and sustainability in the scholarship scheme, we shall streamline the award process to ensure that not only deserving youth benefit from the system, deserving youth benefit from the system. We shall introduce increased transparency, including publishing the list of beneficiaries every year. Mr. Speaker, job creation is one of our main pillars, and it was one of the major promises we made to the youth of Ghana. To help actualize this promise, we're going to roll out what we call the Ejumawura program. This initiative will create, track, and mentor young businesses annually with a special focus on our youth. For the first phase, the top 2,000 implementable business proposals will be supported with business development training, mentorship, access to startup capital, marketing, and networking to operationalize their innovations and business ideas. We'll also launch our flagship National Apprenticeship Program to equip at least 10,000 young people in the informal sector with employable skills, including providing apprenticeship fees and startup kits when they have completed. The Youth Development and the Interior Ministries will facilitate the training of our young people in the Okada business. In areas such as road safety regulations, financial literacy, and digital skills, as well as facilitating the acquisition of more than 100,000 without access. To address this, government is introducing a no-fee stress policy to eliminate tertiary admission fees, which currently serve as a barrier to higher education for some students. This will be supported by an enhanced student loan scheme, which is called the Student Loan Plus. The no-fee policy will also cover all persons with disabilities. And for emphasis, persons with disabilities will pay no fees for tertiary education throughout their study. And so PWDs who gain admission to tertiary institutions will pay no fees. Additionally, TVET enrollment will be increased from 11% to 20% to boost employment. Mr. Speaker, rising enrollment has strained university infrastructure, causing overcrowding and inadequate accommodation. We are determined to expand access, improve quality, and align tertiary education with national goals, particularly in STEM. Feasibility studies for new public universities or campuses of existing universities to be established in the 6 new regions will commence this year. Seed funding for these projects will come from the GET Fund in order to enhance access. Government will this year engage with the existing public universities to identify suitable sites on their campuses, acquired lands, for the implementation of the private sector participation in the provision of hostels project. This is a partnership between government, the universities, and private investors to expand hostel capacity on their campuses. This will allow more students to be accommodated on the campuses to allow for a better learning environment. Mr. Speaker, academic freedom will be upheld. We will not interfere in the administration of our tertiary universities. And our hope is that the institutions will ensure good governance in their administrative practices. Mr. Speaker, next, our health sector faces significant challenges that jeopardize the very foundation of affordable health care. The Ministry of Health has a total liability of nearly 15 billion cedis, when co-financing obligations, judgment debts, and payments to clear medical commodities at the ports are all put together. The last major hospital equipment replacement program was undertaken in 2014 when I was president. Since then, most hospital equipment in the Ghana Health Service facilities have deteriorated or broken down. Mr. Speaker, the Agenda 111 program, which was started as a knee-jerk reaction during the COVID-19 pandemic, when the Ghanaian public had begun to appreciate the significant investments that the previous NDC administration had made in healthcare facilities, and began to lament the many hospital projects that had stalled under the previous administration, a promise was made to build 111 hospitals. Mr. Speaker, I'm sad to note that there is no dedicated funding source for such a gargantuan project. There is no dedicated funding source for this gargantuan project. Mr. Speaker, for the record, as I speak, not a single Agenda 111 hospital is operational. In any part of Ghana, I challenge you, not one is operational. Mr. Speaker, and it is worth disclosing that $400 million has already been disbursed under the Agenda 111 project. Mr. Speaker, at a rate of approximately $80 million per hospital, this $400 million spent could have completed and made operational at least 22 of those hospitals. Mr. Speaker, I believe that the money should have been focused on completing a number of hospitals and making them operational instead of spreading it over the current 111 hospitals. As I speak, some are at the foundation level and not a single one is operational. I have directed the Minister to present us with a plan on the way forward for this.
Excellency John Dramani Mahama, wakasa bebre. Wakasa bebre. Na kasa wakasa eno. Amese watimase. Ვა0cқ waka waje na osha opeye. Enti woye kanani nuwa ni swadi hu aba form se Ghana enjeje Ghana entumi mfana ntuma pamfra Ghana enkoso bie mu a binia ande mi hyam nkran se Jǳ waka opeye de waka ye nyina ba kokra ni ho a obema afele ba kokra ni ho hwe okase woba bosumi bi obema asofo abompa ya makana Kumase Accra Central Region and then we Central and we Kumase there. So now Friday.
All right, Abusian, to win so much as a course of political hiring, such as a National Service Secretariat, Mahama, a friend Gifty Oware. Finally. NI before and I say BNI for at me Akuffo editing na mene okase CCA or police custody names are on so approval no ama fear and panic at me Agrepo NPP gurus esan say John Dramani Mahama wedding kind edin say wa uye involved in the ghost name scandals in bia eyade embra ene ne obedi omobe prosecute no wa jailu na daisi kanenso ombe retrieve daisi kanina ansa kwa na wo prosecution bi da kwema omode ama wa abusuya akwakọ ye nsema ano ayede papa appoint mi de mbesia na madam asesama de peni mi ko tin nsema ekoso all political highway so aha POG Media madam ase